It's the smooth song styling of Angie Stone. Hard to believe that Angie's gone. I'm sure you all heard by now that Angie died after a tragic car accident over the weekend just outside of Montgomery. We are going to spend the last half hour of this program today in celebration, in tribute to Angie Stone. I've gone into the vault to pull out one of my favorite conversations with Angie Stone, and you might shed a tear here or there, but it's going to make you laugh as well. Angie had a wicked sense of humor, and so we're going to celebrate Angie Stone on the backside of this hour. Let me once again thank today a number of new stations who are now carrying Tavis Smiley. WERE 1490 AM in Cleveland, we thank you. WOLB 1010 AM in Baltimore City. Love being on in Baltimore City. WDBZ 1230 AM in Cincinnati. Thank you as well. And finally, KDEE 97.5 FM here in the state of California, in our capital, in fact, Sacramento. So we are just blessed and honored to have 4 more stations signing on to carry this program every day. As I said earlier, we'll do our level best every day to continue to earn your trust. As I mentioned a moment ago, on the B side of this hour, we'll celebrate Angie Stone, but I am delighted to commence this hour with the first of many conversations in the month of March to celebrate women's history. We welcome to this program Amber Grossman, who's founder of Black Girls Gardening and the author of a beautiful, and I do mean gorgeous, new book called Black Girls Gardening, Empowering Stories and Garden Wisdom for Healing and Flourishing in Nature. Amber, good to have you on this program. How are you today?
Hi, Tavis. Thank you for having me. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. I'm delighted to have you on the program. Thank you for your time. And first of all, let me start by saying congratulations on the book. As I mentioned, it's a beautiful piece of work. So congrats on that. Let me just start with the backstory. This audience knows I love the backstory for how people decided to run in the lanes that they run in. So tell me more about how gardening became your muse.
Well, I kind of grew up around it. My grandparents did a bit of gardening on their acre property up in New York. So I was always kind of familiar and, around it, but it didn't become a passion of mine or anything until...
Define the community part here in just a second. But tell me for you what the joy is in gardening. I mean, I hear that you wanted to, make like your grandparents. And there are a lot of folk listening all across the country right now, this program, who, again, find joy themselves in gardening. But for you personally, you specifically, tell me what that's about, what the joy and the peace and the serenity is for you. And those are my words. You can use whatever words you want to use. But just tell me about the joy of gardening for you.
I don't know. It just kind of takes away that stress and anxiety of everyday life. It kind of I enjoy being outside. And so it allows me to just kind of connect with nature and tend to the plants. And it's just kind of this mindfulness that I don't really have to focus on too much. It's just natural. It kind of happens naturally. And so that's where I find my happiness in gardening.
Yeah. You mentioned a moment ago that a couple of years after doing it yourself, you started Black Girls Gardening. Tell me about why you started it and what the end and aim is. What's the mission of Black Girls Gardening?
Well, I started it because, like I said, I'm from a very small town in upstate New York, and there wasn't a lot of diversity for me growing up in school and just our community. So when I moved down south, I just found it important to gardening project, and we'll talk about garden wisdom. That's the subtitle for the book. It's called Black Girls Gardening, Empowering Stories and Garden Wisdom for Healing and Flourishing in Nature. What is that garden wisdom all about? We'll do that when we come forward with the author of the new book, Black Girls Gardening, Amber Grossman. And then on the B side of this hour, again, our tribute to Angie Stone. You're listening to Tavis Smiley.
From California to the Carolinas, everybody's listening to Tavis. More when we come forward.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stopped, opt out. Individual results may vary. Consult a doctor prior to use.
You've lost so much weight. How'd you do it?
I got medical treatment for weight loss through Zelty. And
Important to kind of focus on Black women because
National here for every stage of the journey. Property must be in a qualifying market in California, New York, or New Jersey. Additional terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms are subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NML subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NMLS number 536994.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Sometimes he fails at fitting in, but we're okay with that. You're inside the Tavis Smiley Show.
So for you music lovers, you know that that's Sequence with Angie Stone from back in the day. And they didn't get paid for it, but Bruno Mars has admitted that this was the inspiration. I love that word. We didn't copy it and we didn't sample it, but this was the inspiration for his big hit, Funk You Up. That's where Bruno Mars got it from. He got it from Angie Stone and Sequence. Kind of reminds me of Roberta Flack, who once told me that, God rest her soul, we're losing these greats. Angie Stone, Roberta Flack, so many. Roberta Flack once told me the story of some kids she ran into, and the parents knew who she was, and they were just excited to introduce their babies to this legend, Roberta Flack. And they were telling Roberta that, about telling their kids about the song "Killing Me Softly" that Roberta Flack sang. They're like, no, that's Lauryn Hill and the Fugees. And everybody had a good laugh about that, Roberta and the parents. No, Lauryn Hill and Wyclef and the Fugees got it from Roberta Flack. You live long enough, you know these sorts of things, but that's where Bruno Mars got his big hit from. He was inspired by this track from Sequence featuring Angie Stone. I raised that because we will celebrate in our last half hour today, Angie Stone, who passed away over the weekend after a tragic car accident. in Alabama. We continue right now, though, our conversation with Amber Grossman. Her book is called Black Girls Gardening, Empowering Stories and Garden Wisdom for Healing and Flourishing in Nature. We'll get to the garden wisdom part here in just a second, but I was asking you a moment ago about Black Girls Gardening and what that actually means in terms of the project, the work that's actually being done. Tell me more about that piece, Amber.
Yeah, so it really just started as the community online, but as it grew, I made it so that there are more resources that you can find on the website for Black-owned plant shops or Black-owned seed companies. I'm trying to focus more on, reaching garden-related companies, but Black-owned, so our women can find, more products and shop from smaller businesses.
I want to go inside the book now in the time that we have here. Black Girls Gardening profiles 31 women sharing their hands-on gardening wisdom and compelling personal stories. And I say it's a gorgeous book, so there are all kinds of inspiring images of their real-life gardens in this particular book, Black Girls Gardening. The profiles in the book are organized into specific gardening pursuits, and I want to walk through those 5 pursuits and have Amber share a word, not a word, more than a word, but just share a bit about each of these gardening pursuits. I start with backyard gardens. So some of us live in cities where it's hard to even find space to do gardening at all, maybe on the balcony of your apartment. But I want to just start with this notion of backyard gardens and ask you to say a word to us about that before I move forward, Amber.
Yeah, so this chapter really just focuses, on what it says, backyard gardens, how you don't need a lot of land, you don't need tons of acres to garden and grow food. A lot of these women do it in small raised beds or vertical gardening. So that chapter really walks through, and even like greenhouse gardening. So it just kind of walks through how you can garden in small spaces and how you can make them beautiful and how you can also, plan out your gardening site for a larger space.
Yep. Talk to me then about garden to kitchen. Garden to kitchen.
Garden to Kitchen, that features the women who've brought their products in from the garden and what they're doing with it as far as preserving, canning, and that sort of thing. It's a really beautiful section. There's people who do stuff with cakes and edible flowers. So it's just really beautiful.
Yep. Speaking of beautiful, one of the most I think gorgeous parts of the book is in this next section called Flower Gardens. The photos are pretty amazing here. Talk to me about Flower Gardens, Amber.
So that section again is featuring all these women who do amazing things with flowers. There's a girl in here, Alyssa, who's in New Jersey. She runs Ward's Farm, and she has a lot of events and a lot of things like that on her property. And there's, I don't know, it's just this is mostly just where the women who love flowers bloom in this chapter.
Yeah. Gardening with kids is the next section of the book. Talk to me about gardening with kids.
Yeah, and even though I do not have kids of my own, I actually love this chapter. I love seeing people who bring their kids into the garden with them. And so this features some of the women who just kind of are real and raw about their experience having a little one in the garden and what that's like, and if they like it or if they hate it. But it's still, they get to participate.
Mm-hmm. And the last section of the book is called Community Gardening and Farming. I have noted over the years that there are a lot more people And in a lot more places, we are finding these community gardens. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting in L.A. right now, and literally just down the street from us is a pretty sizable community garden. I'm thinking the one in Atlanta, not too far from the King Center. But again, as I travel across the country, I've come to notice more and more these community gardens. And so this last section is called Community Gardening and Farming. I wonder if you might say a word about the growth, again, of these community gardens literally all across the country.
Yeah, to be honest, before I started writing this book, I wasn't too familiar with community gardens and how many there were and how accessible and easy it is for people to get into them. And especially if you're a beginner gardener or you don't feel like you have the space to garden, community gardens are a great way to connect with people and to learn firsthand, and to be social while you're doing it. And this whole section kind of focuses on that.
Yeah. I wonder whether or not it is your sense that in this moment we are seeing more black folk in particular being attracted to gardening. I raised that again because this last chapter is called Community Gardening and Farming. And I just had on this program not long ago John Boyd Jr., who's the head of the Black Farmers, and they've been fighting for years to get the respect that they deserve from the federal government. They are owed all kinds of money. They were promised money to the tune of $1 billion, and they're still fighting with another lawsuit to try to get that money. We all know that there are nowhere near as many acres of farmland owned by black folk in this country as there once was. There's a whole backstory to that. Again, we just had that conversation extensively with John Boyd on this program, so that black people have gotten away from farming, and many of us are trying to work our way back. We've gotten away from gardening. We're trying to work our way back. What's your sense of whether or not we are, in fact, working our way back into things like gardening as black people?
I think we absolutely are, and creating this platform and engaging with these women from all over, I realized how many gardeners and farmers have been in their families, and that they've been doing this for years or generations. So thankful for social media that we can bring these families to light, but I think that definitely over these next years we are going to be connecting more with the earth and planting and growing our own food.
Yeah. You talk in the book, and indeed the subtitle, Empowering Stories and Garden Wisdom for Healing and Flourishing in Nature, makes it clear that there's more to gardening than meets the eye. I wonder if you take a couple minutes to talk to me about the way you at least see, and those who you profile in this book, these 31 women who are profiled, these black women, the way you see gardening or the practice of gardening as possessive of the power to heal, empower, educate, connect. Tell me more about that part.
I mean, it's fostering community connections, through gardening. It's whether you're doing it as an individual or in a group, we're able to talk to each other, and I think that that's important to have that. It's good for our mental health to have that support of other women or anybody who relates to you, to what you're doing. And I don't know, I feel like even though in this time we're kind of all digital, Black Girls Gardening did start as just on social media, but it's allowed me to connect and reach people more on a personal level, and that's been important.
Yeah. The book, as I said earlier, is clearly a celebration of black women and their gardens. The book, as I also mentioned, is, I think, full of inspiration and stories and a lot of practical advice, as I noted going through the book. Say nothing of the lush photography. But it ultimately is about celebrating black women. We'll do a lot of that this month, in the month of March, which is Women's History Month. But I guess the question for me now is what your hope was, not hope was, is, you tell me, for what people will get out of the book, Black Girls Gardening, when they pick it up, Amber Grossman.
I'm just hoping that they are a bit inspired. All of these women inspired me in some way. That's why I reached out to them to be a part of this project and a part of this book. So I think just by flipping through and hearing some stories of women who never gardened before, or women who came from lines of gardening or used to hate it and now they love it, I think it can inspire people to try to garden or get back into it if it's something they used to do, or if they're struggling with gardening and they don't feel like they have a green thumb. I'm hoping that some of the tips in here can help with that.
I have a number of friends who grow different things. I'm thinking now, one of my friends who always brings me eggs, and I have other friends who bring me fruit and other produce. But I have noted over the years, no surprise to you, there is a particular joy, I might even say satisfaction, when you're able to fill your kitchen with homegrown produce. Yes? No?
Oh, yeah. Yep. There's really nothing that feels better for me.
Yeah. Finally here, I could have started our conversation with this. These 31 women, these black women who you profile in this book, Black Girls Gardening, how did you find these people all across the country?
So these are all women who've used the hashtag Black Girls Gardening over the years, or have tagged me in photos. I've connected, or have talked or spoken with these women in one way or another since I started Black Girls Gardening. So when I got the opportunity to write a book, they were already, top on my mind.
The book is called Black Girls Gardening, Empowering Stories and Garden Wisdom for Healing and Flourishing in Nature. The author of that book is Amber Grossman. Amber, congrats on the book. Thanks for your time. Good to have you on this program.
Thank you so much.
When we come forward, we will close today's program in tribute to the one and only Angie Stone. You're listening, and I'm glad about it, to Tavis Smiley.
This is getting good. Yeah, man. Tavis Smiley continues when we come forward.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a Colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. The National Park Service has removed a historic black community in Louisiana from federal protection eligibility. Known for its sugarcane plantations and Afro-Creole culture, the decision was influenced by political priorities and economic interests. A winter storm will bring severe weather and possible power outages to millions. It will move through the plains today, the Midwest tomorrow, and the Great Lakes by Wednesday. The Sierra Nevada could see 12 inches of snow, while the Rockies and Great Basin may get up to 24 inches. Ukrainian President Zelensky emphasized diplomacy for peace after a tense exchange with President Trump. He expressed gratitude for U.S. support and noted European backing for peace. And Queen Latifah led a tribute for Quincy Jones at the 97th Annual Academy Awards, remixing his 1978 hit, Ease On Down the Road. Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg also thanked Jones for their big breaks in his 1985 film, The Color Purple. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You asked for it. 9 new dates added. You won't want to miss. For the Record presents Tarantino Pulp Rock, the immersive live experience that will blow you away. Come kill it with us. Ends April 6th, only at the Cine Vita next to SoFi Stadium. Get your tickets now.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Lakers' winning streak is now at 6. Last night's 108-102 win over the Clippers at Crypto.com moved the Lakers into second place in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City is on top in the West, 10 games ahead of the surging Lakers. The Lakers' 18-4 record is the best in the NBA over the past 6 weeks. Luka Doncic led the Lakers last night with 29 points and 9 assists. Rookie forward Dalton Knecht dropped 19 off the bench. The Lakers are back in action Tuesday night against New Orleans. The Clippers are at Phoenix on Tuesday. R&B singer Angie Stone was on her way to perform at the KBLA Men's Basketball Championship game Saturday night in Baltimore. Stone died early Saturday morning in a car crash outside of Montgomery, Alabama. The KBLA is made up of HBCU schools. Virginia State defeated Bluefield State 71-64 to earn the automatic bid to the NCAA Division II tournament. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Paid for by government.com. Did you know? The United States Mint has issued a new Morgan silver dollar coin in proof condition for the first time. Not only that, they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 400,000 of these legal tender silver dollars were issued. These first ever Morgan silver dollars are brand new with stunning mirror-like finish, minted by the iconic San Francisco Mint. Call now and you're guaranteed a new first ever 99.9% pure silver proof Morgan dollar. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9717. If you order now, you will receive a free coin collector bonus pack, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9717 now to secure your new Morgan silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-9717.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Ray Richardson, your sports connection here at KBLA Talk 1580. Join me and my co-host Neil Scarborough every Saturday night at 7 for Out of Bounds, the show that brings some flavor to the world of sports for 60 minutes. We take you beyond the scores and press conferences. We give you our point of view, the way black folks see what's going down. You can join the conversation and give us your analysis at 1-800-920-1580. Out of Bounds every Saturday night at 7 on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
You like the style, though.
Here comes the brand new flavor in your head.
Race, social justice, sports, politics, art, music, culture. We do it all on the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show. If you're not tuning in, then you are definitely missing out. It's the D.L. Hughley Afternoon Show, weekdays from 2 to 4 only on unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Like a brand new flavor in your head.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce that, like George and Weezy,
Well, we're moving on now.
earlier this year, we were named as semifinalists for the American Climate Leadership Awards 2025. Wait for it. Wait for it.
You ready?
KBLA Talk 1580 was recently selected as one of 10 finalists being considered for this prestigious award. Hundreds of organizations, institutions, and even cities were nominated in the selection process. But KBLA Talk 1580 has made it to the finals. You're invited to watch live on Wednesday, April 16th. At 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, as Eco America announces the winner and the runner-up, awarding over $200,000 in prize money. To watch live, just go to ecoamerica.org to register and attend the online ceremony. That's ecoamerica.org. Don't miss the presentation of the American Climate Leadership Awards 2025, Wednesday, April 16th, and wish us luck. Caring about the climate, caring about the community, changing the conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black. Freedom is an endless meeting, so let's get back to it with Tavis Smiley.
My people, Constitution of the United States rests on the sweat of my people. Every enemy of the USA has had to face my people on the front
line. People, my people are dying, and we see it all the time. Don't know where our future would be if he's not here. How do we stay strong? Only we can save us. Can save us from what? Oh, yeah. Think about change. Show our people love. Oh, yeah. My people, hold your head up. My people, don't take it back. My people rise, my people rise. My people, we want you side by side. Doing all right. My people cry, my people ride or die.
I loved me some Angie Stone, and had the pleasure of talking to her many times over the course of my broadcast career. I was gobsmacked, as I'm sure you were, when news came on Saturday that Angie had perished in a car accident just outside Montgomery, Alabama, after a performance. The van that they were in flipped over a few times, we were told, on the highway, and was hit by a semi. I am grateful that all the other persons in that van, 7 as I recall, her band, her team, they all survived, but we have lost the brilliance of Angie Stone. The good news about music is that the music lives forever, and we will forever celebrate the creative and artistic and musical genius of one Angie Stone. As I said, I had the honor to talk to Angie many times over the course of her music career and my broadcast career. And so now I want to bring you some sound from what would turn out to be my very last public dialogue with Angie Stone. It is a conversation that I think will make you laugh, may make you cry, but it's going to make you remember and recall the artistic genius of Angie Stone. I am honored, as always, to be in a conversation with my dear sister and friend, Angie Stone. Angie Stone, how are you?
I am blessed. Tavis, how are you, hon?
If I complained, I'd be an ingrate. I am doing well. As I said, always delighted to be in conversation with you. While that song plays, tell me about that track. You can't go wrong with a song that's featuring Angie Stone, James Ingram. Man, I miss James Ingram. You start with the voice of Ozzie Davis, but the lyrics, you know I'm a lyricist. The lyrics on that song, Angie Stone, tell me about that track.
You know, I'm going to blow your mind. The producer of that song is Idris Elba.
What?
And, yeah, Idris Elba produced that song. And Idris came, I was working in the studio at Marvin Gaye's room, and he and I, you know, we worked very well together. And he brought me this song. He said, sis, you got to do this song for me. And I couldn't put it down. I called James because we were hanging in the studio. But Idris Elba wrote those lyrics to that song.
My goodness. As many times.
And he produced that, he was doing a film. He stayed up all night in the studio with me, came off the set, hung with me, and, you know, we just clicked. We could work very well together. And when we come up, that's what we had, My People. And it just became a Black History anthem. And I'm like, look, this guy from London, he came over here and wrote a hit for us. and okay?
I guess I got to stop hating on the Black Brits. I got to stop hating on these Black Brits taking all these jobs from Black Americans. No, I'm just teasing. I love Idris. I know Idris as a DJ. I didn't know him as a songwriter and producer, though.
Yeah, he produced that. Man. He wrote it. I mean, I usually write with him or produce with him.
Right.
When he was doing his EP, I was just kind of blown away because he didn't want to do it without me, and I worked on it with him. But, you know, Tavis, every time I get with somebody, they think I'm with somebody. And I'm like, no, everything is not a relationship. You know?
Yeah.
But I guess it's D'Angelo, they all just run said, "Oh my God!" Now it was like my brother.
Yeah.
And when we did that song, he wanted to produce a video for me for my album when I was on Stax. And
Yeah.
they picked another single, but he and we have the same, eye for music.
Yeah.
But yeah, that that's been my problem. I get hooked up with some very talented cats, and people, automatically think, "Oh my God."
Well, I ain't heard the Tavis and Angie rumor yet. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start the Tavis and Angie rumor.
Oh Lord, you started that rumor. Listen, you ever call me Angie? Why you had me do that? Listen. I tell you what, if we ever want to be super famous, all we got to do is go out on a date together. We'll shut it down.
There you go.
Okay? Because I don't know what it is about these women. They are so scared of me.
Yeah, well, you a bad girl.
But you know what, Tab, I stay in my lane.
Yeah.
I just stay in my lane. I really don't get mixed up, and when I do, I'm all the way in. I'm an in chick. So if I'm with you, I'm all the way with you. If I'm not, I'm not.
Speaking of being all the way with you, I'm going to play a little bit of a song, another one of my favorite Angie Stone songs, and it's a funny story about Angie and Tavis behind this song. Miles, give me a little taste of it.
I love you, and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true, 'cause you're my black brother, strong brother, and there is no one above you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever.
So here's the story. As Miles lets that ride for a second, here's my story about this. So I ran into Angie Stone one day, and I told her, I said, "Angie, I love this song, Black Brother. And as much as I love the song, I love the video for the song, Black Brother. If you've never seen the video, just Google the video and watch the video to this song. It features all these brilliant, powerful, talented black men. And Angie Stone broke my heart that day. When they were doing the video, they were trying to get in touch with me to be in the video, and they couldn't find me. And I started crying. I said, I would have died to have been in this video. So I gave Angie my new number immediately, and we stayed in touch after that. But I was so disappointed when I missed the phone call I've been in Jill Scott videos, and I've done stuff with Prince. But this video, given the words to that song, I would have loved to have been in this song. But I love this song, Angie.
You've been in all them folks' videos, and I was one tracking you down from the beginning. Because, see, they always follow me, Tavis, know that.
Mm-hmm.
But let me just tell you something. I was trying to get Samuel Jackson. I called so many people. Everybody was too busy. They was caught up. So we came up with the idea, let's just get pictures and see if they'll okay the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And so they started okaying the pictures. A few that was in there live, like Sinbad and all of them. When that video dropped, I ain't had to call nobody. My phone started ringing off the hook. From Snoop Dogg to Sam, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because I called all of y'all.
That's right.
And nobody had time for this record.
Man.
And now y'all want me. I can't go remake the record, and there's not enough lyrics to make it longer. Because everybody wanted a piece of it. So you know what I think we should do, Tavis?
What's that?
Now this is just me and
Okay.
we can really do something and shake the rap.
Okay.
Now we can pick a day. Even if we don't do it this February, next Black History Month, and we need to do an ode to this song and do a new video.
I'm in.
Listen, let's do a new video and say it's. I'm gonna call Byron Allen. Okay.
Yeah.
I need some of your money, Byron. We need to get this video shot.
You know what?
And then what we do is we go there.
Yeah.
You know why? Because people will make a big deal, especially with all our brothers getting killed and beat down and all of this stuff.
Yes.
It will make a huge statement if we come together and say, listen, if we don't do it for nobody else, we got to do it for ourselves.
Well,
I don't want nothing behind it. Nothing. The success, it will be yours. I'm going to tell you right now, but I think if we spearhead and say, we came up with this together, and guess what? And every anniversary, somebody else can take the helm and do it.
More of my last public conversation with Angie Stone when we come forward on Tavis Smiley.
Generous listening.
Charitable listening.
It's why everybody wants to talk to Tavis. The conversation continues when we come forward.
Hey you, I knew I'd find you back in the same aisle. What are you looking for today? More fiber, more laxatives, more of the same ways to manage your constipation? Look, if your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Ask your doctor how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
We ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone, and should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-78.
Who cares about the black community in Altadena? We do. On Saturday, March 8th at 10 a.m., it's the premiere of Conversation Live, Altadena Rising with James Farr. This new weekly show will explore the deep roots and resilience of Altadena's black community as we track its recovery and reimagine its future. From relief efforts to rebuilding, we're raising up voices, stories, and solutions to build back Black Altadena better and stronger than ever. It's Conversation Live, Altadena Rising with James Farr every Saturday at 10 a.m. beginning Saturday, March 8th with an encore presentation, Sundays at noon.
James Farr, the man who is the voice for Black Los Angeles.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black. Sometimes he fails at fitting in,
but we're okay with that.
You're inside the Tavis Smiley Show.
Continuing our conversation now with the brilliant, legendary, iconic neo-soul singer Angie Stone. So many hits, so little time. Angie, tell me about this song. I'm going to play a bit of it, just a tease for the audience, but tell me about this new track, Kiss You.
Kiss You. Okay, well, you know Kiss You is one of them songs that needed to keep me relevant, tie in with today and yesterday. I am an avid believer that a kiss tells a multitude of things, and I believe that you know in the summary of one kiss whether you like a person, whether that person is sexy, whether they're affectionate, whether they're fake, whether they're, you can kind of gauge a kiss. You know how many first people have you kiss and go, not bad. You kind of know based on how they touch you. And, I'm a girl with big lips. So my thing is, you got to be right with me. You can't just come, And so if I see somebody with some nice lips, I'm targeting your lips. That's what done got me in trouble this far. So that song is about, pay attention to the kiss, ladies.
Miles, give me some of Kiss You from Angie Stone.
Ooh, boy, your lips, the way they sit, I can't focus, I can't even pay attention. I lick my lips, they start to glisten. You wanna bite them every time in your vision. And I just wanna kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, baby. And I just wanna kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you. And you better believe, yeah. Now you ain't never heard of Angie like this. 'cause I'm a full-grown woman. Don't forget that I got wants and I got needs like everybody. I want your hands touching all over my body. Bubble back rub, foot massaging. Only me, not trying to be nobody's option. So this was meant to be, 'cause you were sent to me. Your kiss convinces me. Come put your lips, ooh boy, your lips.
All right, Miles, that's enough. I don't want to give it away. It doesn't drop. It doesn't drop until the 10th of this month. I want to give folks just a taste, speaking of lips. I love that. Again, as I said earlier, I always love your lyrical content. When you said you're a full-grown woman, talk to me about being a full-grown woman at this stage of your career, Angie Stone.
Being a full-grown woman still with a young girl's mind. Let me just tell you something. I'm setting the table and taste for cougars out there. I want people to know that you can listen. I'm no longer a cougar, Tavis. I'm on a grown woman level now. But I want people to know that real love. I'm gonna have to go with R. Kelly on this. Age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You can't go too low though. You got to stay within reason. But the point that I think I'm trying to make is I'm a full grown woman. I make better decisions, at my age now than when I was 25, 30. But at the same time, when you're 25, 30, you really ain't but 20. And people need to realize and understand that good love is good love whether it's 20 or it's 30. So I want people to understand that you can be full grown and have butterflies. And if you still got butterflies, you're still full of love. You can make it. And that it doesn't mean you're wrong for loving. It just makes you wrong when you step out of bounds.
Over the course,
you got to remember, jail.
Yeah, exactly. I've had many people in my career, you can imagine, ask me all around the world, what is so-and-so like, and what's so-and-so like, and what's Prince like, and what's Angie Stone like, and what's Cornel West like? I get asked these questions all the time. I can answer this one for you pretty easily. What you hear is what you get. This is Angie Stone. She's like this all the time. She's authentic, she's transparent, she's open, she's loving, she's kind, she's funny, and as you well know, she's awfully talented. Our remaining moments with Angie Stone when we come forward.
Why does Tavis say, when we come forward? Because he's not going back. And you don't have to go back either. Forward ever, backward never. More of Tavis Smiley when we come forward.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
And the top-rated African-American talk show host in the nation, according to Talkers Magazine. You're tapped in with Tavis Smiley right now.
Angie Stone has come a long way from the First Nazareth Baptist Church, a long way from Sequence, and she's still doing it, and doing it as well as anybody out there, better than most. So Angie, I'm looking at my calendar for my spring break. Tell me about this UK tour starting in March. I may have to skip across the pond for spring break and check you out.
Come on, I'll be over there for a month.
Mm-hmm.
I start out in Holland, and then I go over to Europe. So usually when I go over there to sell out crowds, a really good time. And so I'm looking forward to it. We've been planning this trip since the end of last year, so everybody's gearing up to go. So we're just looking to have a great time, release a new album, get over there, do some old material as well as some new material, and come back, rejuvenated, ready to take the States by storm.
What's it like at an Angie Stone concert? I've never seen you perform overseas. What's it like? How do they receive you in those parts of the world?
Oh my God, they stand out there, they cry, they clap, they're students. They love great music. I got to do a lot of A-side and B-side songs, and what I've been doing is I've been going back down memory lane for my own life and singing some of the songs that I grew up on, like, Natalie Cole, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, certain songs where I take them back to a period in time where I'll do For the Love of You and, some of the stuff that people they love singing along with. When I do I Got Love on My Mind, where Natalie Cole, the whole place is singing. So it's beautiful, and it's my way to pay tribute to some of our fallen sheroes and heroes.
When you started out some years ago in this pioneering hip-hop trio, I raised that because on the Grammys, as you saw this week, they celebrated 50 years of hip-hop. Did you imagine your career was going to take this trajectory?
No, I just did not see it coming, but I'll tell you what's more important to me than that is that for 50 years, we have honestly been in it for about 48 years, and we were the first females to do an original rap record. So all of the dribblings of what we started is the very thing that Lauryn Hill has still today been the biggest artist to do it since we did it, mixing, singing, and rap together. So to be a part of a culture that really has loaned themselves to your history and still not, replicated how appreciative they were, shows a prejudice, in my opinion, to Southern artists, because we were from the South, and they used to call us country bumpkins, but it didn't stop God from blessing us with the first original rap record. So my thing is, Bruno Mars needs to thank us on a regular basis. We're the only ones that didn't get paid from it, but he made it very clear that Uptown Funk was inspired by the Sequence.
It was. Funk You Up was what? That's like back in the 70s, 79 maybe?
79.
Funk You Up, yeah.
I was 17 years old.
Woo! And now you're a full-grown woman.
Now I'm a cougar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you.
I love you.
I'm a full-grown woman, but I've had a full-grown, lovely career with music, hip-hop music, neo-soul, and Tavis Smiley.
Well, and Angie Stone, I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I just love you. She is.
Go two ways, but you my brother. I got you.
I appreciate that, and you are my sister, and I will always have you. The Grammy-nominated hip-hop pioneer, neo-soul singer, and R&B sensation died on Saturday in Montgomery, Alabama at age 63. We love you, Angie Stone, and we are going to miss you. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep the faith.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.